Have you had maybe a conversation with some of your football players who maybe are dealing with this, the tough times in a way where you can go back and look at something and say, you know what, if we go here, then we can start over?
Yeah, we do that a lot. We talk to our football team, we talk to our players, we talk to our leaders on the football team. And you're right, you always turn back when you're not having success, you always turn back to, much like I said in the press conference, you always start with what you know, build with what you have. In the end, it's about us. So you got to pull everybody together, take stock in who we are as people, take stock in what we've been able to accomplish collectively as a group here. I'm not talking in terms of this season, but collectively as a group.
Yeah.
We won the Big Ten championship last year, a short 9 months ago,
right,
or whatever it is, probably 9 months. And we need to reaffirm that in some people's minds, our minds.
Right.
Doesn't matter what everybody else thinks, but our minds, and regain our composure and our confidence in terms of what we have to do. And that can be done. As you saw on Saturday, we came out and came out fast, but we need to maintain that. And we've got some young players, we've got some guys banged up, so we need to deal with it. But it all starts here with me. It all starts within our football team, and then from there, it's got to move into games and out.
You said that young people are resilient. You've said that for years.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And I'm wondering if there's a way that maybe, is there something that you do in practice, the way you open a practice that because you've heard grip the bat a little tighter when the pressure is higher and the confidence. Is there something you can do as a coach to kind of maybe press a reset button, press a refresh button so that these younger players, I think, are the ones that maybe are more under that got to get it now mentality? Is there something you can do to help them ease that process?
I think what we try and do is we try and shake up things. There's different things that you do in practice to try and shake up things a little bit, to try and make it not monotonous. And every week's a different week because you're playing somebody different, and you're in a different situation, regardless of what that is. Mm-hmm. I try and remind our football team, last year we were 8-0 playing against Nebraska, who was 2-5, I believe at the time. And it turned for them. And they ultimately went to a bowl game at 5-7 and won it. And now they're undefeated this year and playing pretty well. So things can change. Things can change very, very quickly. And we just got to catch fire a little bit, really. We got to deal with it. I mean, there's no easy fix here. You just got to deal with it. If it was one little thing or one little tweak.
Right.
But it's not an easy fix sometimes, when you've got a lot of young players, the things you do deal with, football team. Yeah.
Maryland, a team at night, not sure what to expect with that football program each and every week, in and out, but they started the season off putting up some points. Is this a game when you look at your personnel that you just go, we just got to be tougher and get back to what we do, and we can get back to where we want to be?
Well, I think you look at the game and ask yourself, okay, how are you going to win this football game? What do you have to do to win? I think it always starts with toughness. This is a tough game. We can sit here and talk about they ran the ball. When you put your hand on the ground and you have to play in there, you start to understand how difficult it is. So this game always starts with toughness. It always starts with effort, and it's about what you know relative to what they know, and doing what we know very fast.
Do you believe in the young quarterback getting rattled? Do you believe in if the things didn't go maybe Brian's way certain times, that the safety one thing, but young players are resilient enough to, you're not afraid to throw him back out there and let him succeed or fail? No,
I don't think the moment was too big for him. I don't think he panicked in the game at all. I think his reads in the game, his progression of where he was going with the ball and getting the ball out, stalled a little bit. And that created some uncomfortable moments for him. Okay, but I don't think he was intimidated by the environment or the situation, not in the least. And that was a big positive. And I thought he brought excitement to our football team, and I think he has a skill set that will allow him to flourish in the future. When that future is it a year, now, 2 years? That's up to him.
On that note, younger players becoming your stars, becoming your future of the program, it takes time for those things to develop, does it not? I mean, I think you made the point about Josh King having time to fix his helmet when he's 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then the play goes up on him. Is it, as a coach with these recruited players that this is the guy who's going to be the future of our program, is it hard to kind of look and see the talent and go, oh, you're close, but you're just not there yet?
When I was at the University of Cincinnati, we played Penn State in the third game or the second game of the season in 2005. And we didn't win. I called up to the press box and I was saying, hey, I was talking to Narduzzi, I said, hey, we have 7 true freshmen playing right now on defense out of 11 players. We're going to be just fine. So, and inevitably those 7 players ended up playing the Orange Bowl. So the fact is that you've got to get grounded and you've got to get experience. Some of our guys have it already. Some of our guys don't. That's the football team for you. Some guys are nicked up. Some guys aren't. But you've got enough players to play. We've got numbers. Now our numbers need to play well. The redshirt freshman defensive end needs to play well. The redshirt freshman defensive tackle needs to play well. But if you go back and look at Shalik Calhoun, who was an All-American here, I think, twice, he really didn't start to play a lot and play well until his redshirt sophomore year. So it takes a little bit of time to move through this process. You can look around the country and see different programs that played younger players and where they're at and how they've transitioned forward. So this is a part of growth. I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it. Certainly the fan doesn't like it. But this is a part of growth. And sometimes you need to have it, and sometimes you already have enough to continue. And I thought we did. Everybody thought we did. But we just had some setbacks. I don't think there's any of these games that we couldn't win, but we got to finish.
The bowl streak, you said maybe we've looked at that and taken a little bit for granted. Can you take me through that walk through the hallway, that Hall of Champions that you have over there?
Yeah, you're walking down through there and you see a Cotton Bowl jersey and you see a Rose Bowl jersey and you see a couple New Year's Day, 3 New Year's Day jerseys, Outback and Capital One Bowls. There's 3 of those. There's another Cotton Bowl jersey. We've had almost unparalleled success here. Sometimes you forget about that when you're in the midst of a storm a little bit. You sort of forget about that maybe a little bit and say, boy, all is lost. We need to look back and say, wow, we won that game. Think about how we won that particular game. What had to happen for us to win that particular game. And you need to, or hey, we got a break on this one. And sometimes the break's going to fall the other way. But you need to reconstruct everything, I think, in your mind and say, okay, this is where we're at. The vision is still there to be successful, but this is where we're at right now. Deal with it and climb back up. But it's a lot faster going down that mountain than it is climbing up that mountain. You just gotta put your foot in the ground and you've been knocked back a couple steps. You got to put your foot in the ground, plant it, and drive forward. And that's what we have to do.
How confident are you seeing these players being able to put their foot in the ground and stopping this slide? This is a big game for you guys. Every week is, as you said. Is. But this is a big week for you guys if you want to maintain what you want to maintain.
Yeah, I'm very confident. I'm confident that we'll come and play hard. I'm confident that when you lose, it hurts. I'm confident in our coaches because they're working extremely hard. This affects our program much more than it does the outside world. Just for everybody's enjoyment out there. It affects our program. Our players are the ones that are going through this. Everybody else is living vicariously through us. Okay, so it affects our guys. Everybody needs to sort of remain vigilant, pull together, and move forward together. And if we splinter, then we got no chance. So we need to maintain our focus and our confidence level. It's got to start with me, but I'm very confident we can go and play. I thought we indicated that this last week the way we came out. Very easily could have been 21 or 17 to nothing, but things happen. An inch here, an inch there, or a decision here or there. But we got to maintain what we're doing and continue to just focus on the moment.